Hi, I'm Kila.
And I'm Ashley.
And we met on TikTok.
2 trailers, 1 park.
And we were raised by 2 mother hustlers.
I raised my mama.
Oh my gosh, I did too.
Well, let's talk about that. We can talk shit about our moms, but no one else can.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I want to have that dreamy voice. Do you remember?
Welcome back, welcome. And that welcome back, Carter, you don't know
Yes.
what that is, do you?
Yes, that's why I always say that. Welcome
Oh.
back. Delilah, do you remember Delilah on the radio after 9? She had that like sultry voice.
But
92.9. Anyways, whatever. If you don't know Delilah, then I don't know if we can be friends, but Delilah.
I was 10 when you were born.
So you should know it.
So by the time you started listening to After Hours, I'm sure I was doing things after hours I wasn't supposed to.
Anyways, welcome back. And we have a little game, I guess you could say, today.
Ashley's come up with a game.
Yeah, well, it's a little like, let's compare notes kind of thing. So we wrote down like 7 things that we thought made you rich when we were younger. Because, coming from nothing, literally, there was a lot of things I thought that made you normal. So we have not seen each other.
So we should have done normal. What made you think a kid? We'll do that one next time.
But I really thought this like made them like have money, because a lot of my perception was about money. I thought most things were related to money.
Mine were too until I started working, and then I realized you can fake that shit.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Oh, yeah. And these people probably were, but I didn't know that at the time. I thought they were actually like wealthy. So, anyways, we're gonna compare our list, and we're gonna talk about these things, because if you were raised poor or if you were raised underprivileged like we were, then you understand seeing people who have certain things and think. And we're not talking about name brand, like Nikes or whatever, because I had Nikes, but we was poor shit. Like my mom always made sure we had like good shoes, or my nanny did. But anyways, that's the point. So we're gonna compare them and see if you can relate to any of these, because this is literally how my little mind thought. So my first thing was Tupperware, and I don't mean like the brand Tupperware. I meant like the reclosable, like, plastic.
Gladware.
Yeah. Anything that had like a lid that matched, and not a butter bowl, and not a bowl that you got from the grocery store that you've emptied out whatever contents was in it and then reused it.
Not a country crock.
Correct. Like, or we didn't even have that. What was that, Blue Bonnet? That's the cheap one. Like, we had Blue Bonnet, but like if you had like actual like matching, I really thought like, wow, these people have really made it in life. Like, they actually have. Did y'all have that?
I don't think we did.
Okay.
We had a lot of butter bowls, which were just our country crock.
And I feel like a lot of people did have that, like back then, because I don't think Tupperware was like. It was the elite.
Because I want Tupperware now, and we didn't have a lot of
any kind of like reusable bowl that could go.
No, we tinfoiled it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So that's actually good that makes sense. And I don't really even know if I had anybody that had. My aunt did have a little bit of Tupperware.
I had a bougie aunt when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So when we would go to her house for Christmas.
Yeah, she had the name brand like Tupperware.
Like, they were how I wanted to live. That's how I knew I didn't want to live like my mom. I wanted to live like my Aunt Brenda, because they had a nice house and had all the stuff to play with.
Yes.
But now when we talk about it, even though they had all that stuff, she wouldn't let the kids play with it because she was so poor growing up. It was hers.
Oh, yeah. See, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And because it was all nice and pretty, her house was always immaculate clean, and they always had nice cars. And
so she kept up that image because she didn't have that growing up.
Yeah.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
What was your first thing on your list?
If they had like a nice house.
Oh, if they had a house.
Or a house.
Well, let me say, if they owned a home, I don't care if it was a trailer or a shed. If they owned a home and did not rent it or was not on Section 8, I immediately thought like, wow, we are amongst the elite here. So,
and like when we would be on the bus and people are getting off at their houses, and I'm like,
yeah, wow,
yeah, that was mine.
Okay, my second one was paper towels. Did y'all have paper towels?
Yes.
Y'all did?
Yeah.
Oh.
My mama was a stripper.
Oh. What was that got to do
And
with
she
the
sold
prostitute in
drugs.
China?
Well, because we were poor, but she always had wads of cash.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. That does make sense.
Yeah.
We never had paper towels. I remember, like, I'm not going to say this is the
It's funny
first.
because I watched all your TikToks today because I was thought Jessica was coming tonight, so
I know.
I was like writing notes.
She's going to come back though. But
I was writing notes for Jessica, but I didn't write any for just us.
That's fine. Aunt Flo showed up, and that bitch is, whatever. Anyways, we never had paper towels, but like I remember whenever my sister moved out, and then my sister was like bougie as shit because she got all the things that she wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember one time, I guess she took Mom to the grocery store because Mom never had a car, and Mom came back with like a single roll of paper towels, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, what are we using that for? Like, is there a special occasion? But my sister had made her get Pantene
Mm-hmm.
shampoo and like conditioner, the matching set, and I was just like, oh my God, we don't have Suave that like literally, I mean, it stripped every oil. And we usually use dishwashing liquid for our hair, but like if we didn't, we use like VO5 or Suave, whatever was $1, But yeah, I was like, oh my God, we have paper towels. So I didn't use them a lot because I was like, we gotta preserve this. So yeah, paper towels was like a big thing.
Yeah.
What was your second thing?
If their parents come to school and work parties.
Oh, yes.
Like the moms would always come and work the parties. And
I was so that mom because I'd never had that. I was at everything. So much so that
I wasn't at everything, but I was at a lot.
Well, I was at everything because I'm a self-employed. So that was one reason why I stayed in hair is because my schedule was flexible and I could be there. And I just thought, if anything else happens in this school, they'll know that like I got my kids back and I'll bring something to attention. But yes, I thought those, or if they had like a minivan, like the new minivans that like had the 2 doors, because back in the day I only had 1 door that opened. But when they had the 2 doors, I was like, wow, what's that like? What's it like to be God's favorite? So yeah, yes. My third thing is Ziploc baggies. Did y'all have those?
I don't remember taking my lunch. No.
Oh no. I don't even.
I mean, I don't.
We had sandwich bags because Mom would sell pot.
We had the ones that you roll up.
Yes, but not the Ziploc ones. No, we never got. We never had those. And if you had the sandwich bags, you weren't allowed to use them because that's what Mom sold her pot in or whatever. And it was the one that folded under the thing, the cheap ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we had those, like we weren't allowed to like use them for anything other than those were Mom's pot selling bags,
right,
or whatever she was selling. Anyways.
Mine were if they were not on free or reduced lunch.
Oh, I didn't even put that down. But that's like the best of the best. Like, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
I would not even eat breakfast because I was scared they were going to find out. Like they knew I was poor. I don't know what I was hiding. I was hungry for nothing, trying to look cool. Like you look cool, and that's why you skinny. I mean, they call you shrimp that's why, because you're dumbass. They knew you were poor. Anyways, I would always pretend like if it was like later on, like 8th, 9th grade, before I told everybody like, yeah, I'm freaking poor. I would be like, oh yeah, I didn't know anything today because I got money in my account. Knowing good and well, they're like, we're about to take your mom to jail if you just because I would get like ice cream and not pay for it.
I remember one year I would charge everything, even though I was on free and reduced, and they would say, I'd be like, charge, just because I didn't want them.
Yes, you wanted everybody to think that you were like, yeah.
Yeah, I just forgot my lunch money.
I know. And the rich kids would bring in like a check that was made out to the school. My mom never had a checking account, so I never.
We didn't either.
Yeah, I was just like, wow, that's amazing. Having a check, because in my mind, a check book was endless money. We have a check for it, so just write it. I mean, I just thought that they had like endless money.
Yeah.
They had a checkbook, but yes. So my next one is like a home phone and cable at the same time, like without being cut off.
That they had it
like
all
if you
the
have the
time.
same phone number for 10 years.
Yeah, because used to when it would get cut off, you got a different number.
Oh yeah, you got a new number.
Yeah.
And like I'm like, or when those girls, because I'm 40, so when the girls would get their own phone line, like they got a separate phone line. Was that your time?
No.
Yeah, when I was in like 8th, 9th grade is when that like you could get like an extra phone line for probably like $10 a month. I don't know, but if you had an extra phone line for your own self or like for the kids, wow! Like I don't even know if we can associate.
Do you remember any phone numbers from when you were little?
Yes.
Like my husband's phone number when we were in middle school. 4599357.
Yep. I can remember my
his
nannies.
mama had that number up until a couple years ago when she now just does her cell phone.
My nanny and my granny had the same phone number for, to the end of time. My grandmother had hers for the longest, I think like 7 years or something. And I remember that phone number. And I remember time and temperature. Did y'all have that? Where you could call a number and they would tell you what time it is and what the temperature was?
411.
No, ours was like 7294212, but Like it was a local number.
My daddy just said this the other day we were talking, and he knew the number for. He was like, "Do you still remember the number?"
I still remember it. And then he'd be
And
like,
I think the last
hang my
four was
damn phone up.
1411.
Somebody's going to call because she couldn't afford call waiting. So she'd be like, hang my damn phone up. But boy, I thought I was big shit calling the time and temperature. And it'd be like, it is 7 o'clock and the temperature is 42 degrees. And what the hell? I'm not real sure why.
Oh my God, do you remember, and I bet y'all don't remember this, when you could call information and get somebody's number?
Yes, 1411. We had to dial 1, but it was 411 for
Yeah.
most people. But we're in the sticks, so we had to dial
Yeah.
1. Oh, yeah. I did that up until like 2005. It was probably like the lady that was answering was probably like 900 years old. Like, this is the only bitch that still calls this. But I didn't understand, like, Google could give you that. But, like, yeah, I still called that.
I
Like,
remember walking to the payphone with my mama, and it costed 10 cents. It cost a dime.
oh, yeah. It was 25, and then it went up to like
Yeah.
35. And then was it 50 at the end right before?
I don't know. It just kept going up.
Yeah.
But I remember it being 10 cents. And it was a dime to call somebody.
We would have 1 quarter because we would go to the square. That's where all the kids hung out, or like us poor kids, not like the rich kids, you know, because their moms had like minivans with 2 doors and stuff. But the poor kids, we would all meet up at the square, and we would have 1 quarter to call our parents and say, hey, we're ready to go, which was when my mom was married to my stepdad, and he actually had, you know,
Oh
sense
my
and
God.
stuff.
Imagine all the germs on those phones.
Oh, yeah.
And you go in that phone booth and close yourself in.
Do you remember when you could buy like a Mountain Dew and the cap would have like win 1 Mountain Dew?
Yes.
Well, that is like freaking lottery, like diabetes lottery. You'd be like, oh my God, I won one. So we had $1 and we've got, you know, these 2 drinks and one of them was a winner. So then we got our friend one and then we're just praying that the cap said one free one. That was before Tennessee got the lottery and we were really thought we were hitting it big. But yes, what's your next one?
If they had nice shoes.
Oh, okay.
Because I remember like in 7th and 8th grade when Keds come out.
Oh, yes.
And I would paint the little
vinyl
blue.
or the canvas?
The canvas come out first, I think.
Yes. And then like if you were real bougie, you got the vinyl. I never got the
Yeah.
vinyl ones, but go ahead.
No, but I drew the little blue mark on the back of my.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I like Sharpied it on there.
Yes. My ass would, if I found a pair of cute shoes, like, well, it was probably like Pick and Pay, and they weren't like name brand, but I didn't care what size they were, I was wearing them. So my toes would be like curled up, and I'd be walking around like, my dad's like, do those fit? I'm like, yes, they are so comfortable. And I'm like, no wonder, I'm surprised I don't have really actual like feet issues at this point, because we would cram ourselves, and I liked shoes that clickety, I call them church shoes, but like the ones that like click and clack on the
Yes.
floor. So not that I ever got any of those, but somebody would hand them down eventually, and then I just walk all the time because I just thought, I sound so important right now with my clickety clackety shoes on. My next one is an upstairs. If you had an upstairs in your house, I just automatically thought you were loaded. But then we moved into apartments and they had upstairs and we were poor as shit. So then I was like, maybe that doesn't mean that. Maybe that doesn't mean. But if you had a house that had an upstairs, now that's totally different. And no matter where we went, if they had an upstairs, I wanted to go upstairs. Like the burning desire for me to
Just
see.
to go up the stairs.
Yes, just to see what was up there. Like I just need to see. And then when we bought our house now, we bought it in 2011, and my kids said, we want upstairs, and our house has upstairs, and I freaking hate
Yeah,
having
walking
a-
up them stairs is
Yes,
a bitch.
it's awful. But, and even in my little kid's mind, they thought, like, if we have upstairs, that means we have money. And I'm like, no, they actually don't, but whatever. Because Section 8 had some at one time. But anyways. Okay, what's your next one?
They always had field trip money.
Oh, yeah. We always had to call Nanny last minute at the end of the evening from a neighbor's house because we never had a phone and be like, Nanny, please. And she was like, yeah. I mean, you know, she's cussing up a storm, but she'd always come through and get our field trip money. And then, you know, if Mom didn't take it from us, you know, we'd have to wait till the last minute because Mom would probably take it if we had any extra time on our hands. But yeah, Nanny would come through at the very last minute. But yeah, and that's so stressful for a kid. Like,
It
I remember
is.
so stressed, like, oh my God, I only have 2 more days. And everybody else is like, she's like, there's 3 people in this class that haven't paid for their field trip. I'm like, bitch, I'll see you at 3:00. Don't be telling me why I ain't got none of my damn field trip money. And then I'd be like, Mom, I'm the only one. And she'd be like, you know, cussing us like a dog. Well, you waited to the end. Like, no,
Yeah.
bitch, I told you at the first. You don't remember. There's been lots of drugs since then. Yes, field trip money. Yes.
Yep.
Like, what was it like to go to school and have 0 worries that your things were going to be taken care of? We should ask our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because at 5th grade, my math teacher pulled me to the back of the class and she said,
What? I thought you were like telling me to come here. I'm like, you want me to get up and come over there?
My 5th grade teacher was like, "You need a bra." And I was like, for what? I don't have anything." She was like, "Your nipples are showing." And I'm like, "Well, where the hell do you think I'm going to get this, supposed bra?" And she was like, "I don't know, but you need to have one." I didn't know because I didn't have any boobs. I just had, my nips was showing. So I went home. My mom was like, "Fuck that fat bitch." I'm like, "Oh dear God, please don't kick her ass." And I'm like, "Oh my God." So
your mom was like, "I'll get you some electrical tape."
yeah, she's like, "No, fuck her. She ain't." I'm like, "Oh dear God." So then I called my stepmom, who was amazing, and I was like, "I really need a bra." And she mailed me a bra, like 2 or 3 bras, and I was like, I thought that was the coolest things. I got like a package in the mail with bras in it, and she bought me some shampoo and conditioner. Because apparently I didn't have any, but I don't know. But I was like, "Mom, please don't go up there and cuss her out." Like, she's like, "No, she don't need to tell us." I'm like, but now looking back, I'm like, I needed a bra, Mom. I literally was like headlights on, 5th grade, just playing in the gym. Had no idea that, basically flashing everybody with my AAA, boobs. But yeah, like you didn't go home and tell her that you needed something because then it was always somebody else's fault. Like,
yeah,
whatever. Anyways, my next one was family pictures. Like outside of school. I had my picture made a couple times. My sister-in-law had my picture made with my nephew when he was little, and then my stepmom had my picture made with my siblings one time. There was a few little times that I had it, but like if I went into people's houses and then they had like the whole wall full of pictures, which my mom had no pictures. She never took a picture of me. She never owned a camera, never owned any pictures. She was not a picture person, and I'm a picture person, but like, if I went in, I was like, "Oh, wow, they went to, like, Olin Mills or Walmart and got, like, the 7,000 prints for $2.88 or whatever it was at Walmart." You get that one pose, and they give you, like, literally, 500 prints for $5 or something, but I just thought, like, "Oh, wow. What's that like to, like, coordinate with everybody and go to a place?" And
I know because we always got our pictures made at Olin Mills after I had kids. I take
yes.
them there just to have Olin Mill
I only did
pictures.
it once, but then because then it closed down. But I got it made at JCPenney one time, and I thought I was the shit. But yeah, I was like, "Oh wow, family pictures. We don't have that. We've never."
Oh my God, I always thought people were rich if they went to did glamour shots.
Oh, I did glamour shots when I was 8 because because in our town, if you donated to the rescue squad, I think you got glamour shots.
Yeah.
For some reason, all of us got glamour shots, and I got them when I was 8. That was the first time I had professional pictures made outside of school. I'm gonna bring them. I'm gonna put them on Instagram with the boa and the cowboy hat. You couldn't tell me shit. No, I was, probably walking my ass back to the trailer park.
We should go do glamour shots now.
We should, but I got to
We
do
should
it.
have everybody send in their glamour
Yes.
shots because
Those were great.
yeah,
Great.
I never got them done though.
You didn't? I'm so sorry. I had them done
No.
again when I was an adult, and I'm really embarrassed to say that. And my hair was short, and I look like a weather forecaster. And
I want to see those.
no,
pictures.
I don't. I burn them literally, because my best friend had an 8x10 for the longest time, and she randomly bring that shit out, and I'd be like, "I will kill you in your sleep." And I got it away from her, and I'm hoping to God that I destroyed the last. It was like
Best friend, if you have that glamour
I know.
shot.
It was like 2009 or 8, 7. What the fuck was I thinking? Like that? No, I was way too big for that. What the hell? Anyways, yes. I look like a news forecaster when she got done with my hair. I thought I was going to show the weather. No. Oh my gosh. But anyways, I do have one pose of when I was a kid. Or maybe my aunts, because my aunts were younger than my mom, so they were kind of like older sisters to us. They got them, and maybe like they brought me and my sister along. I don't remember how it went down. Or they donated to the rescue squad. I'm not sure. Something like that happened. But yeah, I got them done, and you couldn't tell me shit.
I know my cousin Christy and I were talking Sunday night. She come by for a minute, and like her and her brother were really my only two cousins that I got to play with when I was little because that's the only ones I grew up with. And then, they would always have our pictures made together. But Christy would always be in boy clothes, and she always had a fever blister.
Oh, nice. Damn.
But I was always sick. Like, I remember in one of our pictures, like I had threw up, they gave me something purple all down my little dress. And then the next one, I had on like a Holly Hobby dress that come all the way to the floor.
Oh.
I mean, it was horrible and, like, sick as a dog. Like, pale. I
Oh,
couldn't be any more pale.
bless it.
And my cousin Bobby was always looking cute. And then there was Christy and I with our cold sores. And
Garbage Pail Kids. Um,
I was listening to Bunny's podcast today, and she was talking about, she had somebody on there who was transitioning. He was a transgender. He was a wrestler, and he was transitioning into a girl.
hmm
But he used to come here and do the WWE wrestling. But she was talking about Cabbage Patch Kids, and he
hmm
was like, "Yeah, I used to want one so bad." And then she was like, "You remember Garbage Pail Kids?" And they both were like, "Yeah, but we weren't allowed to have them because they were too trashy."
Right.
And she was like, "Oh my God, we should bring that back and
Yes.
be like Garbage Pail Kids now."
Yes. The stickers.
Yeah,
Did they actually have baby dolls to that?
yeah,
I don't remember the baby dolls. I just
yeah,
remember the stickers.
yeah. The Garbage
They
Pail
should have
Kids.
like gave them to you once you signed up for Section 8. They should have gave you like, here's your welcome home gift.
And they were as expensive as Cabbage Patch dolls.
That's weird. We need to look into who made those and why. I mean, it's great, but I didn't get to have either one, so
Mm.
I had a Hug-a-Bunch.
I had the generic Cabbage Patch doll, and I didn't like it because it wasn't a real one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but
my next,
Emily had them all.
of course,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, my daughter had like the reborn babies
Like
silicone.
we still got them all because I've got all of their toys.
You do? You still have them all?
I
Where are
have.
they at?
They're in the garage.
Oh,
And you know what? And they have bitched and complained about me keeping all their toys until now that she's having a baby. She's
Yep.
like, "Mom, do you still have my toy box?" And I'm
Yep.
like, "Yeah." Do you
mm-hmm,
still have my American Girl dolls? Yep.
mm-hmm.
Last year I took those dolls out and gave them a bath and fixed their hair.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy?
are you crazy?
No, it's because they were up in the attic and some mouse had gotten into them,
Ew,
so I had to
hate
clean
mice.
them.
Yeah.
But her little Cabbage Patch dolls, they have the hospital where Cassie lives in Cleveland, Tennessee. I could take those there.
Yes, that's cool. I've heard
Yeah.
about that. I've never been there, but I've heard
I
about
know.
that.
I'm gonna have to go visit her to check that out.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Take Emily's Cabbage Patch dolls and get new ones for her
Oh,
baby.
I bought Jessica a Cabbage Patch for her birthday this year.
Did
It was from
you? Which
1985.
one?
It was I don't know, but it was a yellow-haired one with the pink dress,
Yeah,
and it was from 1985 because she's collecting all these
that is so funny.
toys that she never got to have as a kid. So
Uh-huh.
for her birthday, that's what I bought her. And I got her something else for Christmas, but I can't tell it on the podcast yet. But once Christmas is past, I'll tell you what I got her for Christmas.
Well, you can tell me when we get off
I will.
here.
Something that she's been like, she asked everybody about it, and like, she's like, "You still have one of those?" And I was like, "Damn it, I'm buying her one of those." She's always asking everybody if they have one. So, and people were like, "Oh, I don't know." Like, she knows exactly where the hell hers is because if you had anything back then,
Yeah,
and 9 times out of 10, Mom pawned our shit. So, yeah,
yeah,
but yeah. So, I bought her a Cabbage Patch for her birthday.
yeah. I have all the kids stuff. Game Boys,
Oh, that's
like the
cool.
original Game Boys. I still have Cole's original Game Boy. It's gold. It looks like a
Oh,
little ghetto thing, but
I didn't save all of that. I saved like dumb shit or like stuff from school. And then I've got like Aniston's cast where she broke her arm. She's like, "Why did you save that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I
I
always
have
wanted a cast too when I was a kid."
I have Emily and Cole's umbilical cord.
Oh,
I mean,
that's
it's in a baggie, but yeah, I do have that.
oh, that's interesting.
In their baby book. I saved everything. It's because I didn't have anything of mine from my
Yeah,
childhood.
that makes sense. I saved everything from Jaden's, but poor Aniston, I was like, "Sorry, kid." He's got like 3 baby books. I wrote in them like every month, and poor Aniston's got like 1 picture, and I never.
I mean,
nothing.
both my kids have like 2 or 3 baby books, and there ain't nothing written in either one of them.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
did do Jaden's, but I didn't do Aniston's.
I didn't do either one of them.
Yeah. Oh, I did. I put some heartfelt messages in there, and now I read it back, and I'm like, God, I was so damn
I
dumb.
don't even think buying a baby book is a thing anymore. When
No, you
Yeah.
create like a list on your Facebook or something.
yeah,
The album. Yeah.
well, good. I'm glad. I
Here's a
don't
good
do
idea for people. I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you have little kids, create them an email because emails are coming obsolete because people have used all the names, and send them letters and send them pictures of themselves and like important dates and stuff like that throughout. And then when they get 18, give them the email address, and then they have all of that archived. Like, isn't that cute?
That is cute.
I did that for my kids, but I forgot the email and the password. I don't know either one, but I did. I like put a lot of thought into it. I did it for like maybe a year. Have no absolute clue what the name or the password is. So sorry about that.
Oh,
But that is a good idea if you're organized person and you can keep up with that stuff. Yeah.
Like, Emily was telling me that your baby is supposed to sleep in the room with you for, like, 9 months now. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah, 6 to 9 months. Like, co-sleep. Not in the
In the
bed with
bed,
you,
right.
but
Same
in
room.
the same room because it cuts down on SIDS.
Oh.
Just because they're in the same room with you.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "That's stupid."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hell, when
Well,
I
now they
had
have that
kids, I
little
mean,
thing that they put on their feet for their heart so, like, it will alert you.
our goal when Emily was little was just to get her to sleep through the night to put them in their room.
Exactly.
Or I think she was in her room, but just to see if, when
Yeah.
your baby slept through the night, it was like a miracle.
Yes.
You did something.
Literal miracle.
Yeah, it's all changed.
It's all changed because we had a baby in the shop last week, and he was getting his first haircut. And I've watched him grow up through Facebook. So, of course, when he got done, I just like jerked him up, and I'm like kissing him. I'm like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot that we don't do that nowadays." And she was like, "No, it's fine." I'm like, "You're gonna talk mad
Because
shit."
you're not supposed to kiss on.
Oh yeah, which I didn't kiss him on the mouth or anything, but you know what I mean, like kissed him on the head, and I was like, "You're so squishy," and the mom was like, "No, it's fine." I was like, "She's gonna talk mad shit about me when she gets in the car, like that bitch kissed me." I'm like, "That's just what we did." Like I didn't. It wasn't, I was just on top of their head or whatever, but still, he was so cute and squishy, and yeah, everybody has boundaries and stuff now. So
Yeah,
sorry
what if
about
I have
that.
to follow my?
Oh God,
I mean, I made her.
you may have to remind her of that.
Yeah,
a lot.
I made you.
Yep.
I know, but I will try. I will try.
Yeah. Because hell, I was like, I don't give a damn what you do. I
I'm
mean, as
just
long
gonna
as
have to not talk about that because she'll get mad at me. Be like,
yeah,
She's so excited though. I'm so excited for her.
that's precious. She's 30. That's precious.
Yeah, and I had no idea they were. I mean, I give up on her having a baby.
Right.
I mean, really give up. I figured Cole would have one before her.
Right. How did
But-
your son react?
Oh, he was so cute. Do you want to see the video?
And your dad? Well, not right now because we're recording, but
My
I do
dad
want to see
was
it.
so friggin' shocked. Like, I think he's still shocked. He still has called and he's like, I can't believe. I mean, I'm going to be a great granddaddy. And I'm like, yeah.
When is she due?
May 11th.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm going to be a grandma. I don't know how to take that.
Yeah. Well, I'm like a grandma, although I started over. My son, will be 21. And people were like, "Oh, when are they going to have kids?" I'm like, "Please God, not for a while because I cannot babysit at this point."
I know. I hear you like your grandbabies more than you like your kids.
Oh yeah. That makes total sense because these little ones that I have now, totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. Now they get on my nerves, but it's totally different.
And I'm curious to see how Cole and Kay do, like having a baby around and.
That's cute.
From the beginning. And this is our first baby with our siblings. So like Dixie is over the moon excited.
I'm sure.
Yeah, she buys everything they put on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, that's cute.
And I just told Cassie yesterday or the day before.
Oh.
And so everybody knows.
That's
except
great.
for my Thanksgiving family or my step family and
you're gonna tell them on Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving, yes.
So we'll be able to
if Emily she thinks that she's gonna be too big and she's gonna have to go tell.
Is she already like showing?
Yes, a little bit. But I mean, like last night she went to dinner and she's like, "Oh my God, I'm bigger than." Her sister-in-law's pregnant too, and she's 4 weeks. She's in April and Emily's May, so she's 4 weeks ahead of Emily. And Emily's, but she's so tiny, it has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm like, look here, sister. She's like, I mean, I ruined the picture. They can't even put it on Facebook.
Oh, that's different too. That they do nowadays, like keep it a secret until a certain time. Like I didn't. Did you?
I don't think I did. No.
Like I called everybody, and I just called one person, then everybody called everybody. And
yeah, but I think they do it to get through that first trimester.
Yeah, which makes sense now because everything's so out there in the open now too.
Yeah, like they had us completely convinced we weren't finding out what the gender was.
Oh, you didn't know?
No. I mean, I thought she was going to keep it a secret till the day she had the baby. But now you can find out at like 12 weeks.
Right.
And I'm like, how the hell? I mean, what kind of test is that? I needed that test.
Oh, yeah. Someone did it at 6 weeks through a blood test.
Yeah. I mean,
just like I talked to someone Friday.
I wonder what the percentage rate of that is. If it's
I think it's like 99.9.
Is it?
Yeah. Because it does the, chromosomes like X, Y, whatever. That's how they determine it. So it's like probably more accurate than ultrasound is. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
But
we're excited.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Little grandbaby.
Oh,
I'll be an old grandma. I know, but I'm like, don't be asking me to babysit a lot because, I still do a lot of things.
yeah, you do. You're busy.
I'm active.
I'm going on vacation again in February to Universal just so I can get a babysitter. Because I don't get a babysitter elsewise.
you?
Yeah. And I'm excited about it. I'm going with my baby daddy and his new wife, which we always meet up down there. But we're actually staying in the same room together.
Oh.
And me and my husband snore and they don't. So I'm going to bring mouth tape. That's embarrassing.
Mouth tape?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of that?
No, you don't.
It's tape for your mouth so you can't snore.
Or you keep your... I need that for my husband.
Yeah, you get it at like CVS or Walmart or whatever. It's called mouth tape.
What is it?
Yep, just keeps your mouth closed.
Shut the hell up.
I didn't even know about it until like 6 months ago. It works though. I don't use it a lot because...
is it uncomfortable?
No. And it doesn't hurt like when you pull it off either.
Be like...
Yeah.
My husband... I have what... Well, I'm pretty mean about it. Like, I'm like, roll over, you're snoring. And like, I'll be like, oh, because if you wake me up, it makes me mad.
Yeah.
And one night I pulled essential oils all over his face.
For what? Why?
I Googled it first.
Okay.
To see like what makes you quit snoring. And it was like peppermint oil or something. And you're supposed to, like rub a dot and.
Yeah, dilute it.
I was like just shaking it, trying to get it.
So it worked because.
Well, the next
he was burning.
I don't know that it worked, but the next morning he's like, if you ever do that to me again. Yeah. I was like, well, sorry, you wouldn't quit snoring. He was like, I woke up, my eyes burned.
Yeah. One time we had a client tell me and Jessica that peppermint oil helped with headaches. And so we went and got some, rubbed it all over our heads. You're supposed to dilute that shit. We put straight up pepper. I was like, God, we couldn't see. It was like being mazed. Like our chest was burning. And then I texted the girl and I was like, yeah, no wonder you don't have a headache because you can't even fucking see. You can't breathe. Like she goes, you have to dilute that. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I just put peppermint oil on my forehead and thought it was really going to like save the day.
Oh.
Whatever. But yeah.
Is your husband crazy? Is he football crazy?
No, he does watch like Auburn because he went to Auburn University, but so he does like keep up with the SEC.
I just need to take a poll of men that are just absolutely stupid. And I'm going to say stupid because that's how.
Because some people are, yeah.
Stupid. Like my husband acts like he's on the damn ball field. He paces back and forth, jumps up and down. Screams at the TV.
Yeah.
The words that come out of his mouth. He needs an exorcism.
Is this college football?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brian kept yelling. And the last game I tried to be nice, but he kept screaming, shut the fuck up, Gary. And I guess Gary is some commentator.
Oh, yeah.
I finally, shut up. Shut the fuck up, Gary. You're stupid, Gary. And I'm like, Gary cannot even damn hear you.
Right.
I finally went and grabbed the remote, and he's like, what are you doing? And I put it on mute, and I was like, now you shut the fuck up.
Oh, that's smart.
I was ready to kill him.
Yeah.
I've never seen, and I've been with him for a long time. We've been together since middle school.
Yeah.
And I guess there's usually people around. He says he contains it more when people are around.
Right.
But he's like, well, I just want to watch it at my house. And that way I don't have to worry about anybody. And I'm like,
Act a fool.
no, you're going to damn leave this house every time a game's on.
Right.
You're not allowed to stay home because.
Get too worked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to have a heart attack. Stroke.
Yes. I'll be on the phone with Emily and she's like, who's he yelling at? And I'm like, right? Welcome to my world. And then I'll have to look at the Ring camera when he gets quiet because I'm afraid he's done stroked out. So turn it on and make sure he's not dead.
Yes. Wow.
But my God.
I know people like that, but my husband's not really like that. Now, if Auburn's doing really good, like if we're, undefeated or whatever, he'll get worked up and we will yell at the TV, but our dog gets really upset. Like, because I'll start yelling, but not like, shut the fuck up, Gary, but because I don't know their names and stuff, but like I will be like, go, go, go. That's my biggest thing is like, go, go. The kids will literally stand in front of the TV now and they say, go, go, go. They have no idea, but that's what I say the most. Or like, get him. That's what I always say. I have no idea what's going on, but I do say get him or go, go, go. But yeah, I don't ever know like if there's a game or not.
My dogs are petrified.
Oh.
Like when
they need a thunder shirt.
Yeah. I did a video of Brian, and then I zoomed into Ollie, and he's just like shaking, looking side eye, and I'm like, poor guy.
Yeah. Our girl dog is like that.
But, I mean, they won't come in. I mean, he's like, "I don't care," or, "I'm gonna yell," and I'm like, "No, we're not yelling. You don't
Right.
need to do that." But, ugh,
Maybe try the mouth tape. No, I'm just kidding. You're gonna need like duct tape or gorilla tape for that.
damn handcuffs.
Right.
Yeah, but then I got my youngest who's on TV, my son's cussing and screaming, and then I got my youngest kid who gets caught on national TV.
Because he goes to school.
Yeah, because he goes to school and, they zoom in on him, the college fans after they lose, and he's acting the same way, flipping the camera off, and I'm like, "Oh, proud mom moment," and I'm like, "You can't say nothing to him because he acts like
Right.
you."
You get it from his daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
I get
like,
it.
"Do you know your granny's gonna see that?" He was like, "I'm aware."
He's willing to take that lecture.
Yeah. Well, and now he's like, I should not have done that." No, he at least has,
Yeah.
where my
Remorse.
husband's like, I don't give a damn.
Right.
Play
I'm
better.
I'm
Are
kind of
you
like that too.
stupid?
Yeah.
And then at one point he's just like, "Sack," and I'm like,
See, that's probably like the right way to say like get him, because I'm like get him. And then I'm like go 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 go. I'm like, you freaking idiot! Like I'm sitting there eating like Cheetos and I'm overweight and couldn't walk from here to the damn thing, but I'm screaming at them like, you freaking moron! Get your shit together.
Oh, we have friends that get mad because they're like, "You never come to the football party," and I'm like,
I can't take my husband out in public.
"No, he goes. I send him," and I'm like, because I don't want to watch football. I mean, I'll go to their house if I can go. If there's somebody's house I can go to, and I'll go to their bedroom and turn on the TV, or I'll go to the living room and watch TV. But
I can watch football, but it's not something I put on my calendar.
I'm there for the food and the.
Yeah. I get worked up. I probably would be like Brian if I actually like applied myself. Oh, we got to go to Auburn to sit in the VIP. Have you ever done that? I'm sure you have, because y'all are like, whatever. Y'all got like famous people and shit. Well, we hadn't. And I tried to like steal the napkins and the plates. My husband was like, put that shit back. We got to go
Were
sit.
you in like a suite?
Yes.
Okay.
So you've done that before?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you acted like you said that, like, oh, you were in a suite? Like, bitch, I was like, I thought he said a suite, and I was like, okay, cool. It's like a box or whatever. I didn't know they were going to like feed us and shit. Okay. And then they bring in like food, not just chips and salsa. Trent, you're shaking your head like you know about this too. Oh, okay. So what's it like to be God's favorite? Because this was like a year ago, and I was literally like shoving shit in my pockets, Cokes, freaking beer. I don't even drink it. I'm like, hey, and this shit is free. And then all the people left because it was a bank thing. God, please don't fire my husband. But we went to this sweet thing, and it's not even an actual game. It was like a pre-season something. I don't fucking know. Anyways, all I knew was free shit, and we were getting treated like royalty. And we walk in, and we were the first ones there, obviously, because we're getting free shit. And I thought it was just going to be like a not cold or not hot box. I didn't know that they were like going to wait on us and shit. And they were like, "Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Lamar." And I'm like, the fuck? So anyways, we get there, and then the other people that came, they obviously were like y'all. They've been in these suites before, and it was nothing new to them. And they didn't care about the chicken wings that came out and the meatloaf or whatever. And I was just like looking at Hagen like, do we have to pay for this? And he was like, no, it's complimentary. And I'm like, this is like a meal. This isn't like just chips and salsa. Like they have freaking like meatloaf and shit, like good stuff. So anyways, everybody left because they were going down to I don't know what the hell they were doing. Anyways, I didn't give a shit. I was in the bathroom like, babe, they got Cottonelle toilet paper. He's like, dear freaking God. And all of the plates and cups had Auburn on it, like the gold. And I'm like, oh my God. And I literally stole so much stuff from there. I'm so sorry. But I was like, they're just going to throw it away because they're going to think that somebody touched it. So I like shut, and I told Hagen, I was like, next time I'm bringing a fucking backpack. I didn't realize the world was at my hands with this. And so I didn't even really eat. I was so nervous. This is so much. So now I'm prepared.
The next time you're going to take baggies.
Oh, God,
Ziploc baggies.
Oh, yes, and backpacks. We're both carrying backpacks that are empty. And then we got to go out to this, like, area where they had all these, like, tents, and they were giving away, like, free paper fans, which is fucking gold in my eyes. I'm like, I got to stand in line for 20 minutes to get my paper fan. And it's like, it's a paper fan. I'm like, bitch, it's free, okay? And it has the Auburn logo on it. And so we're at like hacky sacks. What the fuck I'm going to do with a hacky sack? No idea. But it has like some air conditioner name on it or something, or T-shirts. Like, no, I'm spinning that fucking wheel. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna win me a T-shirt.
Were you at a tailgate?
I don't know. Sure I was. I have no clue. It was just free stuff, and I'm like, oh my God. And then my poor husband's just like, yeah, I'm not sitting in line for a free shirt that has this, this restaurant's logo on it. I'm like, okay, well, if you want to stand over there, I'm going to stand in line. I'm spinning the damn wheel. And hell yeah, I'm over there like, yes, new wardrobe. And my husband's like, we have so many clothes at home. And I'm like, this is free. You understand what free means? I was getting kid shit. This was before I got the kids. I come home with so much shit. My husband's like, dear freaking God. But, I mean, I had no idea that we were going and, like, getting free stuff. I thought we were just going to go and, like, you still had to walk to the concession stand. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. The refrigerator was stocked. It was all free. I literally shoved freaking beers in. I don't even drink beers, but, like, beers in my purse. I was like, no, we're taking these. This is happening. And I took some napkins. I took some plates. Yeah, we're taking it. And then when everybody left, I, like, gorged. Because I was like, okay. But, yeah, you can't take me no damn where. Because I don't have no sense. I'm like.
That's funny.
I had no idea it was like that. I didn't know that they, like, which I don't think they're all, like, catered or whatever. Or maybe they are. I don't fucking know. Like, I know anything. This one was, but it was from the bank. Please don't fire my husband. They're totally letting him go. They're like, no. That's why he can't be mayor's, because I'm going to be his wife. He was like, I'm thinking about running for mayor. I was like, honey, I am not a mayor's wife. I'm the one looking at the crowd like, bitch, what the hell are you looking at? You got something to say? Let somebody bash him on Facebook. I'm going to be on there like, bitch, I know you. And, I'm going to be banned, and he's going to be impeached. I don't know if that's what they do to mayors, but whatever. Yeah, so I did go there. I don't know what we went there for. It could have been a Super Bowl game. Oh, that's right. College don't have Super Bowl, do they? It was something. It was like a preseason something. I don't know. But, bitch, my trailer park ass was like filling my shit full. I was like, Hagen, empty your pockets. Put these napkins in there. He's like, no, we're not taking. Yes, the hell we are. We taking everything in here.
Yeah.
Wow. You can't even relate because you've been.
Well,
did you get treated like that? Like the VIP treatment when you went wherever you went?
Yeah, I think if it's a suite, it's usually that way.
Oh, really?
Isn't it, Trent?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
This was not even a game. It wasn't even a game. It was like a preseason, like, I don't even know. Yeah. I don't even know if they let the players come out there because they were scared they were going to get hurt. It was probably just like the janitorial.
Like the preseason thing.
It was like an Auburn game.
It was like a janitorial staff versus the parking attendants.
That's not what
it was. I am Pretty Woman up there. Yeah, it was like, I don't know what it was, but they didn't let like the first string come out there. Because, they're scared they're going to get hurt or something.
It's a spring game. Like, they play each other.
Yeah.
It's
that sounds good.
The orange plays the white or whatever.
Yeah. But I feel like there was, like, coaches or something. Okay. Yeah. That's all I got to go to. But, I mean, do y'all think.
We're going to go do more things with you.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. My husband, okay, I know we're about to wrap it up, but my husband used to work for, like, the CMA's festival.
Yeah.
And he used to he was like one of the bouncers at the front of the stage or whatever.
Okay.
But his friend that gets in the job, she doesn't really care for me because not a lot of people do. But anyways, if you're not like me, you don't really get me. But anyways, his friend, he was like, she can get you a job too. I was like, bitch, I'm gonna be on trash duty, okay? You already know her ass is gonna have me on the interstate directing fucking traffic, or I'm gonna be in the damn parking garage while you're up there escorting Carrie Underwood out to the damn stage. Like, she don't like me. I'm not gonna get I'm never gonna see a star. I'm literally gonna be in literally trash pickup or something because she freaking hates me. But I mean, and now after I just told you all that story about Auburn, I understand why she because clearly I have no couth and I'm.
Well, we just went to the Eagles this past weekend. Did I send you Snapchats from that? The Eagles concert?
Probably haven't checked them, but go ahead.
Oh my God, best concert ever. But we were 7 rows from the very top.
Okay, so poor people section.
I mean, it wasn't really poor people because it was a lot of money for the tickets. But it was the Eagles farewell concert.
Yes.
So, yes. I mean, but y'all, I've never been to a show that good in my whole life. Like, I knew every song. Oh, this is what I was going to tell you. Knew every song because it's like my childhood, which I don't know if it's like your childhood.
Absolutely.
Maybe. Okay.
Leonard Skinner, Eagles, Rod Stewart.
Like songs I knew I was going to know a lot of songs, but I didn't know I was going to know all of the songs. Because my husband's like, you don't even listen to this, and I'm like,
because your mom put on Hell Freezes Over. Is that the album? Because didn't the Eagles say they would they wouldn't ever join back up and go on tour unless hell freezes over, and then they did. Is it
know.
Eagles?
I don't know.
Well, my mom had that CD, so she played it on repeat. So that's probably right.
So I was sitting. I got emotional because, like, I mean, like, it was my childhood. Like my uncle and them playing the music, and then my mom and my dad, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Well, then my husband got tickled because
it is an album by the Eagles. Hell freezes
so
over.
we were so high up, and they got to playing. I don't know, the first song they come out with, and I was like, oh, my God. Or they said they'd been playing for 51 years, making hits for 51 years. And I was like, I'm 50. I was like, I bet I was conceived during one of these songs.
You probably were.
I was like, I bet Dixie and I both were. And I was like, oh, my God. Brian was like, yeah, because, your mama had that peaceful, easy feeling about her. And then he was like,
she was at Hotel California.
He was like that witchy woman.
Yeah.
At the Hotel California.
Yeah.
And then he was like, Dixie's mom was Mary, and I was like, yeah. She was like, move over, Mary. There's a new kid in town.
Exactly.
We sat there laughing. But then I got to listening to the songs.
Yeah, and I was about drugs.
I was like, I'm going to... No wonder my mom was a damn cokehead.
Yes.
And,
is it Hotel California is the one where they, like, run out of Coke, and they're going to the drug dealer, and they're like...
Well, I don't know if they're talking about Coke, but he's like, stab him with a steely knife, and you just can't kill the beast.
Yes.
Well, I was Googling it on the way home, because I was like... I mean,
as an adult, you're like, what the hell? I'm 6 years old singing.
I'm singing. Well, and like I say, I know every word of the songs, but I've never listened to the songs.
Right.
And I was like, well, back in my day, it was either you had the Eagles or I guess you had the Beavers,
Yeah.
June Cleaver or the.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no wonder my mom was a cokehead. I'm like, I'm going to sue the damn Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
Because for me not knowing who my daddy was.
Well, not only that, but they endorsed it. It was like, do this.
Y'all, it was so good. The one guy is like 78 years old.
Holy shit.
And he would come out, you would never know it, but he come out and was like, I love to play in Atlanta. No, Joe Walsh. He was like, I love playing in Atlanta.
No, it's not Walsh.
He was like, I remember the last, about 15 years, because before that, I couldn't tell you whatever we did here in Atlanta or anywhere else we played. I had no clue. And so, but
Don Henley and Joe Walsh. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, my husband knows all. It was his bucket list item to go see the Eagles. And it was really good.
Some of that gives me PTSD. Because like you said.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, damn, that was my childhood.
Yeah, like lion eyes. And I was like, oh, my poor dad. I bet this was my mama.
Yeah.
Her lion eyes.
I mean, right, because they endorsed the shit. They were like, go do this.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
Whew, but it did. I mean, I got emotional on a few of them. And I was like, I'm over here crying. My husband's cussing out, ladies behind us because... I mean, she was rude. She was this older lady. There's a lot of older people there because,
obviously,
yeah. But he was standing, of course, we're standing up hooting and hollering, and she was like, I can't see.
Well, stand up, bitch, because we're not at a movie. We're at a concert.
My husband, he's like, well, I paid for these tickets.
Exactly.
I'm not sitting down the whole damn time. And I was like, don't argue with an elderly lady, honey. You cannot do that.
I went to a Miranda Lambert concert.
God, I'm glad you weren't there with us. You and him both would have been.
And I was standing up the whole time because we paid a shit ton for these tickets, and everybody was like, I can't see. And I'm like, we're not at a movie. Like, we paid $350 for these damn tickets. Like, get up.
Now, I will say, this woman was she was elderly and not in the best health.
Oh, so
why the hell did they get tickets so high up? Because,
Yeah.
I mean, I was exhausted walking up them downstairs. And, I mean,
Yes.
you walk up the stairs to walk up more stairs.
Right, that are straight up.
Yes,
Yes.
because it was straight up where I was like, ooh, I don't know if I could stand up here or not because I'm going to feel like I'm going to fall down. But, yeah.
Right.
And I'm like, there should be a cutoff for some elderly people.
Right.
They can't buy
They have to
tickets
sit on the
that high
floor.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I think we've wrapped this one up. It was random as hell.
yeah.
But that's our forte.
And next time I'll tell you about the powwow. I went to the Indian powwow.
And I was going to tell you about something too. I forgot what I write down. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But we love y'all. And remember, we can talk shit about our moms, but no one else can. And follow us on all socials. It will be linked in the description. And we need feedback. We need you to tell everybody you know about this podcast because we're right there on the brink of
Oh, and what did we tell them that we wanted them to write? Oh, your glamour shot. Send us your glamour shots.
Yes, and be
to
looking
our
for
email.
On our Instagram, be looking for our pictures that I told you that we were going to post.
I don't have a glamour shot picture.
I do, but I need to find it. It's awesome. I can't wait till y'all see it.
I think Dixie does, though.
My teeth were so big when I was little. They used to tell me, like, don't worry, baby, you're going to grow into them, which I didn't, by the way. And they look like two big chiclets. And but I had braces like 3 years ago, and they were like, we're going to slenderize your teeth. I was like, I don't know what the hell that means, but yes, we slenderizing these bitches. So they did. But you will see my chiclet teeth in my picture.
So it doesn't matter if you got chiclets or not. Send us your glamour shot.
Please. And we love y'all.
Yep.
Give us feedback. Rate us.
Yep. Give us a review. We need reviews.
And that's what I mean. Review. Rate. 5 stars. Or
5-star review.
Yes.
And if you're going to give us a bad star, then
just don't review it.
Yeah.
Because call us and we'll talk it out, okay? We'll talk it out, all right? We love y'all. Have a great day.
Peace out.
Bye.